This is the crime that still haunts us. Today's case is Sharron Phillips. So on Friday the 19th of May 1986, Sharron Phillips was reported missing to the Goodna police station by her mum, Dawn Phillips. She was only 20 years of age. So earlier that evening, Sharron had gone shopping with a girlfriend of hers. After they'd finished, she'd taken her girlfriend home and then started to head home herself. Unfortunately, her car ran out of petrol along Ipswich Road, Wakeall, and she was stranded there. She rang a short-term male friend of hers to come pick her up. He left his apartment at Acacia Ridge around midnight. He went up and down the road, couldn't find her, so he headed back home and got home about 3 a.m. He assumed that she'd gotten a lift from someone else, which is fair enough. A police investigation was immediately conducted. Unfortunately, though, they had no body and no crime scene, so not long after, leads did dry up and time passed. Skip forward to 2016. A Mr. Ian Seeley contacted the Homicide Investigation Squad and shared with them a massive twist in the case. So Mr. Seeley concludes that his adopted father, Raymond Peter Mulvihill, had murdered Sharron and disposed of her remains. He put forward that his father held him at knife point and forced him to help. Mr. Seeley's recounts of the night of Sharron's disappearance were thoroughly investigated and corroborated. I won't go into all the info here, or we'll be here for way a lot longer than you or I have time for. The first coronial investigation was conducted on the 19th of January 1988, and the coroner found that there was strong evidence that Sharron had disappeared in suspicious circumstances and definitely not voluntarily. However, there was no evidence to suggest her whereabouts and insufficient evidence to commit any person for trial. The second coronial investigation, which was after Mr. Seeley came forward with his recounts of the night, it was held in December 2020, concluded much the same as the first one, except for the confessions from this gentleman. With the fresh evidence, it was determined that Raymond Mulvihill played a significant role in the disappearance of Sharron, but unfortunately it was too little too late as he passed away in 2002. It was apparently confession on his deathbed to his adoptive son, Mr. Seeley, that he had murdered Sharron Phillips. No charges were laid against Mr. Seeley as a lack of evidence wouldn't hold up in court anyway. One of the lead detectives confessed in the coronial inquest that if Raymond Mulvihill were still alive, that he would be charged with abduction and murder, and there was enough evidence to support this. So 40 years is coming up next month, and although we know who probably committed the vile act, the fact is we will never actually know for certain. Once again, no justice, no answers, and no closure. Hopefully one day her body will be found and her family can finally lay her to rest. This is Crimes That Still Haunt Us, and as always, stay safe, stay vigilant, and if you have any information regarding any of these cases that I've put forward, please don't hesitate to contact Crime Stoppers on 1-800-333-000. Bye for now.